Well, I want to give you a sort of sense of kind of where we are. The CVS, if I can just get Tony to kind of look down that way, we are about a long block down from where that CVS was. But as you can see, this is a neighborhood that was not exactly without troubles beforehand. If you look around, and again, we're about a block from where there's a heavy force of armed police officers in full body armor. You can hear choppers overhead. I don't know if you can hear it, but they keep buzzing over our heads.
All right, that's Joy Ann Reid on MSNBC as I welcome you, MSNBC, as I welcome you to Give Me Five. Let me tell you something about the neighborhood that the young man who wound up dead in Baltimore is from. 50% unemployment, 5-0. 1/3 of the buildings are abandoned, as you'll see. She'll point out there in a second some of them that are abandoned. And one-third of the people there are in poverty. That's what you get when you have a Democrat mayor forever, Democrat politicians, Democrat police force, Democratic policies, not democratic, Democrat policies, just like in Detroit, just like in big city after big city after big city where the Democrats are in control. So when Obama tries to blame this on Republicans and not enough funding, give me a you-know-what break, please. Here's more.
But in this area, just a block from there, there are buildings that these weren't damaged in any riot. These are buildings that are abandoned where people are trying to live and work. And then if Tony can just swing around the other way, this is how close we are to downtown. So if we look down, just down this way, Johns Hopkins, other sources of great wealth in this city of Baltimore. We are not far from Washington, D.C., and so you see people are just trying to live and work and go about their daily lives, and so you have problems compounded on problems.
Problems on problems. Who's responsible for the problems? Why doesn't Joy Ann Reid tell us or speculate? See how pretty they make the abandoned homes? Pastel colors? More.
I talked to a and today who said that when he hears people calling the young people in this community thugs, he's offended by it because he's saying, look around at what these young people are trying to work with. When they see their parents being roughed up by police on top of the issues of unemployment and poverty that are already piled on top of them, he essentially likened it in a sense almost to Gaza, that you have young people who are acting out of the frustration that they're taking in generationally from their families.
Gaza. First of all, I would bet you a large sum of money that she couldn't find a person to just arbitrarily speak to, and that person would say, this is like Gaza. Please, who is she kidding? That's how she likens it to Gaza. She does. The kids have it tough enough without their parents being beaten by cops? Give me a break. Please give me a break. See, this is it. This is the perpetual victimhood. Perpetual victimhood. And as long as blacks are portrayed and view themselves, not all, as perpetual victims, nothing will change. As long as they keep voting D, nothing will change. More.
So we have a lot of problems here that need to be dealt with. The policing aspect just compounds it, Andrea.
Joy Reid, right on all of those issues, and it's so dramatic when you show those camera perspectives.
Right on? Right on? Andrea Mitchell, Mrs. Square, married to Alan Greenspan? Right on, Joy? Give me a break. How patronizing. Here's one more.
If ever there were a symbol of the contrast in the neighborhoods and the new development, it's Camden Yards. Camden Yards, of course, the beautiful baseball field that replaced Memorial Stadium, which was in one of the worst neighborhoods in Baltimore, and it's now a great tourist attraction. Casey Hunt is there, where the Orioles and Chicago White Sox are going to make baseball history today by playing, but Orioles executives decided not to have any fans in the stands.
Okay, by the way, not only did the Orioles play yesterday with no fans, they're playing their next few home games down in Tampa. They left town. Pathetic.